the new YouTube Live feature, vertical streaming. This is pretty interesting. Let's see, what are some of the options here? If you come to this video late, just drop a comment for me on who you would like to see have a live on-stage discussion. Let's imagine we lived in a world where you had unlimited money to do this. Everyone who you would approach would agree to do these conversations. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Again, I am just testing out the new live stream feature here on YouTube. It's actually a pretty cool feature. I think it might end up being very successful. So yeah, so I'm trying to get your guys' hot takes on who you would like to see on stage to have a discussion. When you get into the room, please drop a like. I am just chilling in my office at the moment. Let's get back in here. Turn some light on. I'm just going to check on my desktop to see what this looks like for you guys. Jack, you would like to see Jesus Christ of Nazareth? Yeah, I mean, I could put in a call to old JC. He's not too fond of me, you know, being critical of some of the things he's had to say in the past, but we could check in on that. By the way, please rate my mustache. I shaved this in as a joke, and my wife was like, "Oh my God, keep it." So I kept it because apparently she owns my ass. No, I actually don't mind it. Oh, okay, it shows up as that. I'm just taking a look at how this is showing up for you guys because this is a new feature. As a test, all of you who are in the room right now, just smash the like button. Smash it like it's Britney Spears circa 2005. Maybe a little earlier, 2003. Thank you for being with me today. Jack, you gave me a 7.5 out of 10. That makes me sick. That you could have at least gone 7.75268. That would have been more reasonable. But guys, comment down below who you would like to see on stage for a live discussion. I'm going to seriously consider these names that you throw together. So comment. Yeah, Jack, honestly, you're right. 7.5 through 124916789. That's probably more accurate. Take one little itty bitty second to smash the like button. We're going to see what kind of a room we can get going here. But yeah, I'm really glad YouTube added this feature. It's less of a fucking deal to be able to just turn on my phone and do a live stream with you guys and shoot the shit than having to get in front of my computer, getting into EVMux or some producer software, turning shit on, double checking mic levels, all that shit. So you know, this is cool. And by the way, you got Jack also dropped the first rating for my mustache. I said it earlier. My wife, it was a joke. I shaved the mustache and sent it to my wife with a really cringy face, and she said keep it. So I'm keeping it for a little while anyway. Yeah, Matt Dillahunty. I've been speaking with Matt recently about doing some new events. I've thrown some names. Well, one name so far his way. Well, why not? I can just say that I threw Reza Aslan his way, and he's considering that. But I'll put together some more concrete ideas for Matt in the near future here. We got to get this. This is a big event that we have coming up June 1st with Dinesh D'Souza and Alex O'Connor. And it's an expensive event, so we're just covering all the costs for that event. Hopefully we get a nice audience. we are quite a ways away, so we haven't, most of the marketing hasn't really started rolling out yet, but it's going to be a fun event. So if you guys are in the New York area, please come and join us for that. James said that's a very strong stash. 8 out of 10 would recommend. Yeah, I mean, only recommend to people who can grow a little more than like that really nasty looking like blonde peach fuzz. I mean, look, maybe I should. Maybe I'm gonna get canceled for that. It's kind of discriminatory. It's hard to say the right thing nowadays, but but my Vancouver Canucks are second, back to second in the NHL for anyone who follows hockey. I grew up playing hockey, and I just fucking love hockey. That's all I can say. But my Canucks are doing well again, so it's good in the Pangburn household at this moment. It was a nail biter last night. My ass was squeezed extremely tight during that game. We played LA, and they play a really tight defensive team. But anyways, who would you guys like to see? Most of you have seen the conversation between Dillahunty and Douglas Murray, which is one of my favorite conversations I've ever produced, actually. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, isn't it Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson? Isn't that the best?" Well, no, my number one is actually Dillahunty and Jordan Peterson 1v1. I think that's one of, I call it the greatest God debate or discussion in history because I'm biased as fuck and I produced it. And I just like really like how bold and daring Jordan was in that discussion, and it gave Matt a lot of fuel to get into, to show his chops from a logical argumentation perspective. So I thought that was really interesting. But I'm really excited that YouTube added this feature. I'm going to do more shorter live streams like this with you guys. And this one in particular, I want you guys to let me know who you want to see on the Pangburn stage. And also let me know where. I've produced in London. I've produced in Canada, United States, Australia. We can produce these live discussions anywhere. So if any of you are interested in bringing a live discussion to your area, get in touch with me. Email me at travis@pang-burn.com or jump into our Discord server. Django, Alex O'Connor will definitely be joining us June 1st against Dinesh D'Souza, and hopefully things go well, and we will do some future events together, Alex and Pangburn. I really like Alex O'Connor. I think he's a really good thinker. And I really like Dinesh D'Souza as well. And, I might get some heat for that, but, despite, Dinesh has had some legal trouble in the past, but I feel the same way about Dinesh like Christopher Hitchens did. Once you get to know the guy, Dinesh is a really cool, easygoing guy. Just a fun guy to have a drink with. And even though I disagree with almost all of Dinesh D'Souza's beliefs and ways of going about some of his arguments, I do genuinely like the guy, and I think he's, I really do think he's sincere. And that some people might find that hard to believe because you see him in his maybe in these moments where you think he's putting together a dishonest argument or something, but just because we disagree with people doesn't mean that we can't be friends with them. And obviously we should have minimum requirements for fruitful dialectics and minimum moral requirements for friends, and just so far in my life Dinesh meets those. Alex O'Connor, he's a controversial, just a really good debater. Yeah, Alex isn't super controversial at all. But I do think, yeah, he's good in debates, but I just think he knows how to have a good dialectic, and that's what Pangburn's all about: good, faith, helpful conversations. So Storm says, would you guys consider Destiny or others in the public sphere? Yeah, of course. I had Destiny on as a guest a while back, And him and I had a very strange conversation. It still exists on the channel if you want to watch it. I don't suggest it. I call it my worst podcast ever because I just felt like he was completely checked out and kind of like um it was like standoffish, like he was expecting me to like attack him or something. I don't know what it was, but I put out a video after calling it my worst podcast ever. Um, but yeah, and I think I gave some reasons there, and that was hot off having him on. But I actually think like I've seen some of Steven's recent stuff, and I think it's quite good. I watched him and Shapiro. I thought it was a really good dialectic, and yeah, so he's coming along. Um, but yeah, I would call myself a fan of Destinies for sure. And look, again, like some people in the community might not get it, but I genuinely am a fan of people who are trying to bring intellectual discourse into communities, into the general zeitgeist of humanity. Like people like Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro, all these guys are out there having public conversations, and you may disagree with some of the ways they put arguments together and some of their conclusions and values and whatnot. But I think there are much worse people out there than people who are out there trying to promote intellectual discourse. The ones that are the problem, obviously, are the ones that won't come out and have conversations with people who disagree with them. Like, I can't think of any examples right now, but the people who kind of just like stay and they want to keep in like indoctrinating a certain crowd, and they won't take any set themselves up to have any criticism levied towards them during a conversation or anything. I think those are the more dangerous people. Please take a second to drop a like if you're stopping by, and if you're on your way out. Just testing the new vertical live stream option that YouTube just dropped. Yeah. Let's see. David Chalmers, yes. Robert Sapolsky, of course. I haven't had Chalmers or Sapolsky on the podcast. I should probably get them on the podcast. But yeah, those are great options. And yeah, I'm not gonna keep this live stream going for too much longer. Just please smash a like on the video. Let me know in the comment section below who you would like to see on stage together having a conversation. That's what this video was all about, this live stream. And I am going to take seriously your considerations because you guys are the Pangburn subscribers. And I love putting out content that you guys want to see and that you want to watch and engage with. So I will yeah, I've talked to Neil Tyson. He just wants his agent just wants an amount of money for his live events that is just ridiculous. I'm not getting into these contracts with people who are demanding hundreds of thousands of dollars to sit on stage for a night for 2 hours. I'm just not doing that anymore. So the Pangburn stage is here. I too have my minimum business requirements for anyone who's going to come work with us, and yeah, it's just that's not in the cards at the moment because I'm not going to charge an audience $200 a ticket anymore for these events. I'm just steering away from all that. I want to do events that I can eventually just cover all the costs right off the bat with our YouTube revenue here, and make them free access events. Like that's my dream. But this idea of like gouging the fan of these personalities in order to make all of this ridiculous amount of profit, I just don't like that. TJ Kirk, 3 It's Time. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. I will be doing a few of these once in a while, and I hope you join me for them. But thanks for stopping by. Make sure you drop a like on the way out.